This is me. Some say I have a film bro taste and they wouldn't be wrong. But what does a film bro like me watch every month? I'll be doing spoiler-free, speedy reviews. This was all inspired by Karsten Runquist, who does this every month, so all credit goes to him for this. First thing I watched was the new The Boys spin-off Genway, which was pretty meh. I feel like the characters were really lacking compared to The Boys.
You're just a cheap fucking knockoff.
But it does set itself up for having some good future seasons. We will have to wait and see, but 6 out of 10 for the first seasons. Needed better characters. Then I watched the original Japanese movie Battle Royale. Been wanting to watch this for a while since Tarantino talked about it, my daddy.
Is my favorite movie of the last 17 years, and that is the Japanese film Kenji Hukasaku's Battle Royale.
It was pretty messed up, but definitely some cool action and worth a watch. The anime antagonist carries this movie completely. Peak Japanese action and cinema, I'd say 8 out of 10. Then I watched Firefly, the show. It's a western space sci-fi adventure, it has everything. I absolutely love this show and it's very tragic it got cancelled. The characters are unique and broad, amazing world building. Each episode is very entertaining, especially the last one.
Well, here I am.
9 out of 10, highly recommend this one. After that, I watched Coraline for the first time. The aesthetic of this movie was quite cool, with every character being super fun and creative. The story is alright, a bit scary for a children's movie and nothing super special. I feel like the movie got a bit boring after a while, so 6 out of 10, sorry Coraline fans. Next I watched the new Hunger Games movie in the cinema. I'm not super into this universe, but I've seen the previous movie and I thought the character of Snow would make a good movie. I felt like this movie was a bit lacking. The character's motive was a bit unclear and a bit all over the place. Same with the movie. I thought the movie was decent until the third act, which felt super rushed and very short. Also way too much singing, way overdone, 6 out of 10. Next I watched the Uncharted movie. Not sure why I wanted to watch this. It was your typical action Hollywood movie these days. The jokes weren't funny at all.
About to get a proper Scottish welcome.
What?
It was like a terrible Fast and Furious movie, and I love those movies. It's a soft spot for me. The actors couldn't even save this movie, 4 out of 10. Then I watched Filth. This movie was pretty fucked up, but quite good as well. I love the character movies, and the main character is quite good with an amazing performance as well. It was a pretty funny, brutal and very filthy movie. 8 out of 10. Next I watched Darkest Hour. I felt like watching some Gary Oldman. Every scene he's in is simply amazing, but everything else in this movie doesn't feel as good, even though the other actors also did a good job.
Privileges before we learn. You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth.
Eventually I got a bit bored. I felt like an old man just screaming over and over. Yeah, like 6 out of 10. I watched Papillion after. I wanted to watch some Rami Malek. I love that guy. It's a typical prison break movie, but I felt as if the characters didn't really have any build up. They just appeared. I actually didn't finish this movie and stopped watching after an hour, sadly. It was just a bunch of scenes with no thought behind them. The characters are just there, but sorry, but 3 out of 10. After that I watched Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2 animated movie. It was an interesting look at Batman and Gotham when he's older. I thought the villain was a bit weak in the first part. The mutants are just a bunch of NPCs. Batman was damn scary in the first part though. The second part was a bit too much action for my taste, but it did have some better villains and I liked the ending. Overall 7 out of 10 for both parts. Then I watched Invincible. They only released the first half of the season though, 4 episodes. It starts off a bit slow with bad villains but ends on a great episode. All I gotta say is we need more Omni-Man. I can't fully judge it with only half the season being out, but 7 out of 10 so far. Last thing I watched this month was The Seventh Seal. It's an old Swedish movie, so I'm surprised I haven't watched this before. I really enjoyed the scenes where death is in it, but everything else of the movie wasn't nearly as good. I get it's trying to show complex themes like death with all the scenes, but they felt a bit silly. 8 out of 10 though, pretty good. That's it for this month's Watch Club. I enjoy making this video and hope it does well. I have some stats for the best things I watched this month and the worst. Also the hours watched with the average rating for this month. Did you watch anything special this month? Please let me know, and thanks for watching.